morning, you chain bang in front of a, you know what. Well, we made it. It was kind of questionable for a minute. We got check engine light on, and for some reason the fan didn't kick on when I was coming up the hill, so I don't know what's up with that. I can't trust that. I can't trust that gauge. I wanted it to look a little crappy, but feels a little squirrely. I got my brand new meats on here going down the highway. It does a little bit of wobble, shimmy, shakes. Here's what we got, just a couple loads. I got this load here. I'm gonna go ahead and dump it there, and then Hammer's meeting me at my house at 9:45. I dropped Sis off to school in that, went to the pit. He's gonna meet me at 9:45, and then I'll get this all prepped, and then we'll tailgate this one out and be good. I tell you, getting these big trucks in here, it's tough. I'd had to make sure I got around there and not get on the driveway. That's what separates the drivers from the boys. That's some good stuff there, but man, I tell you, it's expensive. Came out good. I was kind of worried it'd be too wet and nasty with as much rain as we got. Man, we've been getting killed. I don't think I've really done anything in 2 weeks. It's been rainy, wet, nasty. I'll tell you a little story here in a little bit. Well, let's go take this back. We got to get equipment loaded. Hammer, like I said, is going to grab this. The unknown today is the check engine light. Hopefully it's just low on coolant, which I don't know why it would be. I just spent all that money to have all them lines. What did we do? We put a new thermostat in it, replace some, tighten up some lines. I had it in the shop twice to do these issues, so I don't know. I did see when I pulled it in the other day when I was doing the tires, there was a little spot of antifreeze, but I don't think that's enough to make it. Normally it goes into like engine protect mode. Didn't do that, it's just got the engine light on. If it's got tires, tits, or tracks, you're gonna have problems with it. While we're here, I want to show you something. I come and look, I did this job right here. Guy had me come here 2 times to look at this. So what I was going to do, all the way from here, a 4-foot footer with a wall all the way around here, head wall, and then he wanted this here, but then he wanted a concrete pad all the way here going over top of that so it didn't erode. Look at this concrete pad they got. Then he wanted all this concreted with ditches in it so the water that comes down here would drop off. Look what they did, just blocks with this. And then, look at this work. Like, they just put this in here and slowed it on. Yeah, I guess that's fine, but man, I tell you what, a lot of these jobs I don't get because I bid them. When you talk to the customer, it's so funny because you talk to the customer, they tell you what you want, you bid it that way, then somehow you're driving by. I always kind of like to check up, oh, what's going on? And it's never, ever, if I don't get the job, it's never, ever how they told me they wanted it done or how I bidded it. I mean, I think it was 30 grand. I bid it, like I said, to do a 4-foot footer, a wall all the way up to this level, all this poured concrete so there would be no erosion, and then riprap on the sides, and look what they did. So why didn't they tell me that they wanted it done this way? I could have done it cheaper. Well, I just wanted to dump riprap in there, throw some of them concrete blocks and put a top on it, But I was getting in here, putting, you know what I mean, head walls all the way, filling all the way this up with pipe behind it. You know, that's what he wanted. And then this is what they got. Why didn't they just say, hey, come back and, hey, we want to do it this way? I mean, that's simple. Look at their concrete. I mean, he wanted it concrete all the way over to the thing. And that kills him, man. I get a lot of, I miss out on a lot of jobs like that because I'm usually the first guy there because I take it pretty serious. Somebody wants me to do work, I get there, and then that's a problem too because then they'll take my bid and use it against me. But 99% of the time, if I don't get the job, it's not apples to apples. And I just don't understand that. I mean, I've seen it. Because, you know, these many warriors around here, they all post it on Facebook and stuff. So I see what they got and what they're doing. Yeah, you gotta bid apples to apples. Yeah, so this job here is just, I don't know, literally 5 minutes from my house. My house is up and over that way. Keeping it local, especially when you got check engine lights and stuff on. You never know when you're gonna blow up or burst into flames. You want to be somewhat close. I tell you what, coming down the hill, I feel pretty bad. And them squirrels, they won't get out of the way. It was bouncing back and forth, and this thing, you don't feel them, but I look back and he just tits to the sky with his tail doing this. I laid a septic out here. You can see my flags. I don't see no soil markers. Soil guy must not have been there yet. Supposedly, now that's my neighbor. I just live right here. Supposedly there's 5 septics going to be there, and he wants me to do the cutting the roads in and all that stuff. So we'll see. Getting her loaded up. This was a little bit different. That bucket's too tall. I can't do it like I normally did on my other one. Look at these meters. These are the same company that makes the monster truck tires. Them are some beefy boys. I was going to order just one because the ones kept having flat. Glad thing I didn't because they sure wouldn't have matched up. We made it. Let's just hope Hammer can find it. I don't think he knows how to use GPS on his phone, so I marked it on a piece of cardboard for him. It's pretty easy. Fire this bad bitch up. Still trying to figure out all the dang controls. Located, man, so I hope I don't see a piece of orange cable line come flying out. Yeah, I keep forgetting what all these buttons are. This is your speed and this is your till. I'm not going to go real deep here, Harley rig. I'm just going to scarify it. In real bad shape. It just needs some gravel on top of it, but a little freshening up. Get this pothole chewed out. Try not to fling it on the concrete too much. You gotta grind them potholes out. If you don't, that stuff just keeps popping out. Yeah, I drove back by and seen that squirrel. He or she was tits up to the world. Man, that makes you feel bad. The thing never knew. He woke up today and that was going to be his last day. I try my best to miss it's hard in that dump truck. Last year, me and Idaho was doing a job down there, and every time we go back and forth, a groundhog would run in front of us. The last trip back, I was empty. He ran in front of me. I got him with all 6 tires. It hit my bed was rattling. You know how it is when you're empty and you can hear your bed rattle. I felt bad. I looked at Idaho, man. I said, man, you think we ought to turn around and see if he bet? He's like, he's done for. He's donezies. No more funzy for him. I was just on the phone with my buddy Dustin from 38 Squared. He lives up by Connorsville. And I had a guy call me yesterday from Connorsville, and that's 50 minutes in a car for me. And he was saying how this foundation got all messed up and the whole thing needs to be tore out for this house. And I was like, man, that's too far for me. Let me give you my buddy's Dustin's number. He's like, oh no, I'd like you to do it. And I'm like, you don't even know me. Why would you really care if I did it or not? And I was like, man, I've kind of, normally when people kind of do that, there's like an underlying thing to the story, and he's like, oh yeah, my boy's a contractor with Big Traco, and they said don't get him involved or whatever. And I'm like, all right. I just went back to taking a nap and sent Dustin a text and said, hey, I got a guy wants you whatever. So he calls me back this morning. He said, I bet you anything. My other buddy Christian Telker does concrete. He's like, I bet you that's the one they owe Telker money on. I was just right by the school. He's like, yep. Building inspector said it's got to be tore out. Can't build on it. And he said the bricklayers owed money. The concrete guys owed money. Like 2 other people. I said, maybe that's why the guy was so adamant. Get somebody out of town to get in there and be anxious to do the work. So a lot of times when you're anxious to get on that stuff, you get up there and get on it. It'll bite you in the butt. And I've kind of been there in some situations. And that goes back to when I say, don't make your problem my problem. I was like, you know. And then twice, 2-3 times I told him, man, that's too far for me. Right up my buddy Dustin's. He's a local guy. He probably didn't want to get a local guy involved. Now that I know a little bit of the backstory, that just goes back to, if it sounds too good to be true, it normally is. There's people out there, they'll try to take their pound of flesh. Look at all them high spots up over there. It's been kind of pooched out from everybody coming in here, beating her up. We'll go ahead and run this thing back up on the trailer. We're done with its services. Oh! Man, I got a chain down here. I was watching that, and I about ran the damn wheel through the freaking cab. Golly. Can happen, it's gonna happen. Here's what's grading out like. You know, over on TikTok, I get some guys saying, well, why do you bring a tractor to the job when you got your skid loader there? You can do that with the skid loader. If you were a real operator, which I never claimed I was some real operator or super operator, and I back drag and do some of my best work going that way. But you know, I'm just doing what I love to do, and if what I love to do is drag gravel with that tractor, that's what I'm gonna fucking do. So you guys on TikTok and stuff, I appreciate it, but I'm in my happy place on that thing. And I'm gonna keep dragging gravel. I don't think unless you got a level land level or something for a skid loader, I don't think you can get it like that. But like I said, I'm no super operator. There's a lot of super operators on these platforms, and I'm not one of them. Don't claim to be. I just enjoy what I do and try to put out the best product possible, which I know it's good. It's good. Let's get the rake, pull these edges in. There'll always be people hating. And on TikTok too, I got a lot of people saying, you should have never bought that cat. You should have bought a John Deere. So there must be a lot of farmers over on that platform, because I think when you buy a combine or a tractor, they throw in one of them John Deere skid loaders. Kind of my thoughts. Everybody's got an opinion, and I love it. This gravel here is from the gravel pit right down over the road, or over the hill, where it's just crushed. It's crushed gravel, not limestone, which I could have went and got that. It would have been a lot quicker, a lot less fuel money too, but I don't like the finished product. I like that white limestone. It looks so much better if I'm gonna put my name on it. And I always say, if I do it the way I'm gonna do it at my house, and that's what I'd want at my house. I don't want this stuff, so I give people what I'd want, even if it does take me about an hour and a half to grab one load. The finished product is a better one, I believe, a better looking one. Tell them tires are way better than the other ones, but it's hammer. No, Florida. Who in the hell could that be? They don't. The carcass is a lot stiffer. It ain't going back and forth. I haven't had somebody wanting to give me a car loan lately. Hello.
Hi, Morgan here from Build Estimation. How are you?
Where are you from?
From Build Estimation Company. We do estimates, and I want to know if you need estimation services.
Not interested. Hammer just called. I knew he was gonna get jacked up. He wants to argue with me. I told him, you go to stop sign, take a right. No, you said left. I'm like, no, I didn't. I wouldn't have said left. I didn't say left. So he's 2 hills over. I don't think the truck's on fire though, so ain't too bad. Look at Hammer out there getting it. He's got a good eye for this stuff. This last load laid in here real nice. I didn't show you me tailgating it. I jumped in, we had a car waiting and sitting there waiting in the road, so I wanted to get out of the road. Another reason why I like using this tractor, man, to finish work. Skid loader, you're always turning, you know what I mean, messing it up. Tractor doesn't leave them marks like that. But then they hate on me for back dragging. Super operators. Man, it's low right here. They really need to trench it out and put a pipe in it with washed gravel. Their concrete looks like it's settled a bunch. It laid in there real nice. Look at that. Look at that transformation. See that river gravel? It don't look nothing like this. This looks bitchin', if you will. How's this look, Loke Dog? It looks bitchin'. Just another bitchin' excavation from Orschell Excavation. That's right. Like always, fam, damn, and lamb members. Much love. Keep doing what you do. Keep banging whatever makes you feel the best. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. It's going to be an interesting summer.